a plan of the industry for the next generation. And from next year going forward, we are going to recompose our vision, not just to bring stakeholders, but now to focus more on the next generation filmmakers. We want to thank you once more for coming around, and we want to say we're going to be very brief, and before you know it, we're out of here. Thank you, and God bless you.
A round of applause, please. My name is Opia Fulada Makechi. Mbaka is just a surname. I don't know why they call me saying I can't do this thing. But any plan to set me up, maybe Holy Ghost fire, if you know work, I will use Holy Ghost thunder. Where I go start? With you. Okay. I think I will start from the principalities. Man, I don't mind waiting day my job. And salute now just they come out to. I say my competitor, maybe like say white. So I never reach on behalf of Cool City Festival. I welcome everybody, especially on this occasion of the grand finale. I recognize Dr. Chika Ono. A round of applause, please. Yes. This man waiting do me for Nollywood, no be here. Anytime when you see say sandpaper on top of wood, as the sandpaper the wood, it go smooth. But the sandpaper for Nollywood will always remain the same. To still brush up more. Please, another round of applause for Dr. Chika. I still recognize another veteran in our midst. I thought when I called him an ancestor, I was doing the right thing. But in this edition of this film festival, we actually have come to know who the man is. I am talking about no other person other than Ambassador Lancelot Emmanuel Dwayne. Please, a round of applause. If I don't know, I greet you well. Well done, sir. I talk and say, old firewood, then the quick catch fire. No be say me no see him. I saw him, but I'll still recognize him. Who am I talking about? I am talking about another veteran in the building. In the person of Sam Bebe. Mbre Iboki. You're welcome. Now make I say make una no dey look me. Wetin dey my job na salon I go put am. So in case if you dey see them, notice say we no near. At the same time, I'm acknowledging the presence of the DG Nigerian Film Censors Board in the person of Shaibu Hussein. A round of applause for him, please. Doctor, please forgive me for that. Hi. If I fail this exam, my career is done. Okay. Still moving on, I still acknowledge the presence of another professor in our midst, Professor Dr. Lugundi. Any punishment where they go give me, I willingly accept it. The prof, should you not talk about it? You did. You enjoyed it. I can see that. I am still acknowledging the presence of our one-time president, Actors Guild of Nigeria, in the person of Sir Ejike Asiebu. Remember, Just like we have it in Enugu City Film Festival. I wouldn't say we are having expo from other festivals, but I still want us to know that when we hear about Abuja International Film Festival, the would I call it? I don't know. I don't know. It's too heavy for me. Please, a round of applause for Chief Fidelis Duka. Having done that, I will not fail to recognize another Bushro in our midst, in the person of Dr. Victor I, the President Directors Guild of Nigeria, is still present with us. And okay. Standing beside me is the man, the Macor, or we know him as now then the elections. Please a round of applause for Mr. Charles Inoje, the man behind the jumping, just like we used to watch and enjoy it. And moving further, I still acknowledge him who I always refer to as senior. You might see him and you think, say, now your mate. You don't do many Christmases before you enter. I am talking about no other person than Sir Francis Doro. A round of applause for him.
There was a man with him, his Siamese twin, to whom I must give the credit for the original owners of the true beginning of stand-up comedy, of skit making in Nigeria. Long before it became very popular, himself and his alter ego had become a name in the whole of the South. Ladies and gentlemen, it was almost impossible living in Port Harcourt and you don't know Paul and Silas. We have here one of them. Just yesterday I was asking him, where is Paul? He said he did broadcasting. But today, don't use that Silas. I look at me again, he don't leave us. Eating so much money, read so much book. Dr. Irekoha is here with us. I didn't know he had another name. I actually thought Silas was his name. Now the moment I had. I didn't know that both Silas and the moment were both stage names. You are welcome and we are happy to have you here. Being bold to say that some of the best movies the industry can boast of were made. Immediately I joined and they started to become. And a good number of those movies, yes, they waited. A good number of those movies, I must tell you, had a signal, the touch of one man who, though is rather quiet by nature, soft-spoken. Ladies and gentlemen, it was almost impossible for 10 hits back to back to happen in Nollywood, and at least 6 of them did not have his name, either as producer or associate producer. Ladies and gentlemen, the man we all love to call Mr. Creative, Emeka Ani, is in the house. 3 days ago, when I met the man who get the name, and I discovered several other things about him that has kept my job dropping and drooling. Ladies and gentlemen, the Group General Manager, Nigeria Info, Wazobia, Kids FM, name them. Incidentally, he only just added again another major feather to his already belabored cap by being the producer of Nigeria's entry to the Oscars. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Aboki in the house. If a true believable compendium of the Nollywood trajectory were ever to be put together, and some quality authors are not dedicated to the contributions of man, that compilation will be miserably incomplete. He's become for many of us a father, a man to whom we all run, both as individuals and even the government. When he read, we go wrong, go big time. He's so accommodating that I never hear one day that you went to him and you did not come out, no matter how downcast you were when you went to him. When you come back, you'll be lifted. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Pedi Okao, the strong man of Enugu politics. He not the contest election. Ladies and gentlemen, we have in our midst his first time in Nigeria, great African filmmaker, an ambassador of the trade that you and I call ours. A great voice, Mr. Teddy. Fantastic filmmaker, all the way from Somalia. The prince of the people of the red earth, the land of the Godomigodo. Ladies and gentlemen, the Adedibu of Nollywood politics. Yes. You know Grimao was Katara. You know Grimao was Katara. And they tell you the truth. Yes, so. No, you can play. Prince Henry Iyobosa Legema. God bless you, sir. Chief. The thing about being a prince is that the chief not be covered. Of course, we have Ogudu here. My Ogudu was my classmate.
Oh, Mike, not Mike.
Mike Ogudu. You know, there are some classmates where you get. Or you will not get any other word. Or you will not get any other word for person where you are in the same class, other than classmates. If not, I can't call Mike my classmate. Because whereas we were in the same class, he was my elder brother. Mike, as at the last count, much as we have tried to politically adjust his age.
I'm here to perform a piece titled Homecoming. Home is an anecdote shared under moonlight. It is an adage you've not heard before being tossed between elders. It is a large tray of smoking jollof rice that sits between you and 15 cousins, waiting to be devoured with bare hands. When I say I am coming home, I am coming to that same mound of red earth that I was cast from, to the womb that bore me, arms that hug me, lips that say different kinds of prayers for my well-being. When I say I am coming home, I am coming to the dwelling place of hills and mountains. national heroes, giants, and warriors, kings that look more imposing the closer you get. When I say I am coming home, I am talking about the headquarters of Opadioko, Fio Abacha, palm wine, and Isio. To me, home has a bubbly nightlife. I mean, Oringo in this place is better than Oringo anywhere else in the world. This is my home. It is that one time capital of that true African republic. This is my home. When I say I am coming home, I am talking about a people that are unbroken, they are unyielding, they are strong, they are fierce, they have survived a civil war. Some even call it a genocide. This is my home. To me, home is only home if all our investments are in it, or at least most of it. Home should be a piggy bank where we keep so much of our money in, because home holds the promise of all the things that we can become as a people if we continue to remember who we are. When I say I'm coming home, I actually mean Kaijewe Enugu. Thank you.
When your world seems clouded and gray, and your body is just halfway drowning in the pool of your own tears, when you fear the abyss this close to swallow you whole, you should remember you can always come home. Like Super Balls, all you've ever questioned about life bounces back without reply. When this place feels like a house erected on life wires, everything you touch stretches you up, and you barely survive the last shock. You should remember, you can always come home. You want to be millionaire, yet all you have left is nothing short of a single last call, a single lifeline. It's okay to call back home. For in this salvation song, rebirth holds no shame. A wandering feet deserves rest, so there's nothing to regret. Come home to the throne of your coronation. Good evening. In the days of our fathers, their wooden flutes sang melodies of truth. Wisdom was steeped in parables and jokes, folktales and fables were shared to entertain the kids. Their crafts were made hand bare or maybe with sweat and blood. Their skin, the very color of the earth and sun, golden black like day and night. Mothers fed their babies with the histories of our treasuries. Their stomach knew only tubers and grain, milk and honey, drawn ceaselessly from earth's fertile bowl. Actively, they bore the symbol of our culture and tradition, but today, the beautiful parts of our elders, leading us to refuge, is now left to follow with pity and shame. We forget our heritage, our heritage. What did you do with it? As special and as allotted as you were in portion, did you tender your devotion to preserve or subserve its liberation? Did you fight to protect it like you were your own, like your father did, after his father did, and his father's father did? Did you not marvel at the ancestral chain of perseverance and strive, fighting tirelessly till it got to you? Did you not wonder why they had their stories tattooed to their chest as a constant reminders to their heart, glued to their lips till it became their songs of victory and freedom? Did you let their efforts go to waste? Their victories buried by the sands of time. How could you? How could you replace a grindstone with pebbles? Now watch as you march macadamia nut to Mars. Like you did not know your name bears the keys to your hope, a compass to navigate your path, constantly reminding you of your roots. Remember in whispers, you are your father's son. The expression of your identity you sought for foreign tongue. The language of your ancestors, the one that spoke life into your lungs. Did you teach your children to say Otutoma in the morning, Kachifo at night, or Dalu in gratitude? When they speak to their ancestors, would they be able to commune as one? Yet you watch as the day time. Time varies now from then, so you paddle far away from home, leaving your heritage behind. Who will bear your name?
Yeah, I just stand for here and then look at some tables. And then the notice says some people when they keep something for their table, they don't they do who will first collect. Who will first collect? It won't even happen to you for this kind of program. Now to sit down for table of people way past you. You will just they look face. They hungry you, but you dey look. Nobody don't collect. Nobody won't collect.
Not our table you describe now.
No, no. But I'm not finished now. Nothing remain there again now. When they bring another one. I think we should give these wonderful students a round of applause. We all here, at least more than 90% of the great persons here are artists. So when we see something, we should applaud it. At a time when the world is gravitating towards recycling, a designer thought it wise to use waste material to create those beautiful designs that we saw on stage. That is no joke. That is no joke. I thought I should highlight that so we don't laugh it off. That was creative. That was creative. In art, we talk about form, we talk about style. You know, how did you achieve what you have achieved? What were the materials used? And if this was an international runway, these people would go home. Please come on. These people would go home with a huge prize because they created something from waste. Waste. Take a bow. Congratulations. Congratulations. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Congratulations.
On behalf of the jury for the Coal City Film Festival 2025, we have this speech prepared. And since Benita Yaka is the only lady standing amongst us, I will step down as head of jury to give her a singular honor to read our speeches.
Good evening. On behalf of the jury for Coal City Film Festival 2025, showcasing, celebrating, and honoring the moving image intentionally captured to tell a story that is plotted to emotively engage the viewer towards influencing their behavior and perception is what festivals like this are all about. Some call it films, some call it movies, some call it cinema. That's what I call We call it Nollywood, and we are honored to be numbered amongst its fold as filmmakers. We are doubly honored to be the esteemed jury for the fifth edition of the Coal City Film Festival with the theme Homecoming for the Culture. The screening of the submitted films and subsequent deliberations that followed to select those deserving of the Hallett Awards of this festival was robust and it was rigorous. This is because the films drawn from Nigeria and the rest of Africa and the diaspora were a testament to the continuous improvement in the creative and technical abilities of independent filmmakers working with shoestring budgets and challenging circumstances in telling stories about their truth. We believe that the films we have selected for the awards captures not only the essence and spirit of great filmmaking talent, but the preeminence of language, point of view, and message. To make a film, no matter the length, is worthy of celebration because it is a Herculean task, especially in the realities within which we exist. May we all keep on carrying with pride and all seriousness the talent we were born with, the education we pursued, and the career we have chosen. Film is art is life, film is life. Let us keep on capturing life through the lens that we may create through those who view our work, a better life for us all. Break a leg, blessings, and more.
Having him on stage right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the winner of this category, and it is the Pirates. Please put your hands together.
On behalf of Coal City Film Festival, I'm here to present an award for the best student film through experimental film. And it goes, okay, and the winners are the makers of The Pirates. Please put your hands together for them. This award goes to the best animation film. The movie is down. Man, we don't clap. The movie is done.
The winner of this category is the movie Dawn. The makers stay here.
Now I pick up on myself. All right. On behalf of the winner of this award, I'll commit the award for myself. For the winner of this.
Thank you, sir. Put your hands together, please. No problem, sir. Will come.
I'm here to present the award for the best of film. And the winner is Ebrohibe Road. Ebrohibe Road. Ebrohibe Road. They're not here. You take it on their behalf. All right.
Good evening, everybody. I'm here to present the award for the best short film of this Coast Film Festival Award 2025. It goes to Blood on the Rope. Blood on the Rope. Please represent the group. Blood on the Rope. They are not here. I know they can hear. MC, collect your team, the people know they keep on for me. When I clap for me for giving us.
Lights department, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to bring on stage right now for special recognition award. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the convener, Coal City Film Festival, in person of Uchenna Abo. A round of applause, please. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. We just have to do this quickly. I instructed that I do this because these are people that I value so much. Not just value, but I love what they have done for the industry over the years. And I just want to specially invite them to celebrate them. So please, I will please plead that the following join me on stage. Dr. Shaibu Hussein, please, if you don't mind, kindly join me on stage, please. Please, thank you. The Director General of the Nigerian and Video Sponsors, another word they will soon remove it. All right, please join me on stage. Um, Thank you. Please, a round of applause for our guys. Thank you. All right, so the first to be recognized and to be called on stage is someone that I value so much. He's not just a beacon of light where he is, but he is like an inspiration to a lot of young people. And when I spoke to him the first time, and he made me understand what it means to have the knowledge of finance and film, I was so joyed. His knowledge is so deep that if you start drinking from it, you may never cease. Please, if your hands are not busy, join me in a round of applause to welcome Chief Pedi Akao.
When I was appointed executive director of the National Film and Video Censor, I think the second day or the third day, I went through some platforms and I read the long letter that Chief Bedioka wrote to the man I took over from. I have made a copy of that letter, I have framed it, and I have kept it on the side of my desk. And every day I pray to God, if by tomorrow I finish my work, you don't get a long letter. I will not get this kind of letter from Chief Bedioka. Thank you so much for all you have been doing for the industry. And this is a fitting recognition, especially coming from a very remarkable filmmaker and organizer of the Go City Film Festival. So this is Special Recognition Award 2025, Creative Industry Beacon of Light, and is presented to you, Chief Penny Okada. Well, thank you, especially so that you called out the ED of the National Film and Video Censor Board to do this presentation. It's a double honor for me. I pray too that I don't write you such a letter because such letters come from the heart. And I know that even if you are to be assessed by what you have done so far, you have passed that mark. So we thank you for what you are actually doing. This, like I always do, is dedicated to all amputees across the globe. And what we say is that we like to tell all amputees and disabled persons so classified that disabilities of the mind, never submit your life to it. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. All right, next on our list is someone that I know him before now, but Ambassador Lancelot Dudu Emerson talked about him so passionately. And I told my team to research about him. And so we did a lot of research. And we found out that he's one of the critical components of the golden era of Nollywood. And we said, part of our vision as a festival is to go back and start celebrating people whilst they are still alive. Some of the people that their name is hardly being mentioned on TV, maybe because they are not film actors. So permit me, if you don't mind, to jam your hands together as I welcome on stage Prince Emeka Ani, Mr. Creative. Please, a round of applause. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
In fact, when I came in this evening and I saw the kind of people that were invited, I knew that this was really homecoming for the culture. This for me is like, let's go back and start the journey because we really cannot go forward without going back. This is a name that is synonymous with Nollywood. I really cannot talk about the history of Nollywood, especially those who have invested their sweat, invested their hard-earned money on the industry without talking about Prince Emeka. So on behalf of the Gold City International Film Festival, I'd like to present this to Mr. Creative Special Recognition Award for your contributions to many blockbusters in the golden era of Nollywood. Congratulations.
On behalf of the A team, I say thank you very much. Thank you, Go City Film Festival. I really beautiful. Please, this thing is too big for me to carry. I don't know if Lancelot or Dwayne Maxwell will come and help me. But this is too big. You see how hard it is now. Because if you think of yesterday, we will level. Oh, you be so all will not be in vain. It's not in vain now. Thank you very much.
Book writers finding man and investigating my right book himself and China. Nollywood will be wasting time if these men are not graciously immortalized. Prince Emeka and China, my colleagues. These two men, I so recommend book writers, academics that are here, and I'm not kidding. These two men, they must be investigated thoroughly and immortalized. Thank you very much. Some people they here, they don't feel. God bless you, reaching our book. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Put a hand of applause, please. This is going to be a little bit awkward. But in 2000 and if I may remember, 2003 or something, there was an almanac. I hope you know what an almanac means, like a calendar, where they printed pictures of famous people and their so-called phone numbers. It was a hot cake across on the Enugu axis. And so I was one of the people that bought that almanac, sometime 2001, 2002, thereabout. And the next name I'm about to mention was, and at that time, he was not an actor, but his face and phone number was part of. Most often than not, that phone number is often fake. Sometimes it's real, but we bought it with a lot of money because we wanted to get into Nollywood at all costs. And wanted to, so I traveled all the way to Nico Hotel. As I was leaving Nico Hotel, I saw the almanac and I bought it. And I called this number and it was fake and it pained me. Today, I am honored to recognize not just somebody who has Somebody described him this early morning as someone who every aspect of the production that he has ever tried to lay his hand on, he grew from ground zero to ground 100. And he has not just been relevant, he has been super relevant. Please, if your hands are not busy, permit me to jam your hands together as I welcome Chief Mark Collins Chidebe, Mr. China.
I've known this man, I knew the name before I met him. I've known him for over 20 years. In fact, one of my journeys to the East to come and cover Nollywood for the Guardian, I was looking for somebody called MC, Mr. China. They said I can't leave the East if I don't talk to this man. And I knew why, because at that time, this man was making movies as as they produce pure water. He was, in fact, it was more than the Mr. Prolific that we hear about, but we know that one is super prolific. May God bless his soul. I am very excited that I'm giving this award to him because I knew him too, like Putin knew him. And today I'm on this side, he's still on this side, and all that. And this man is very, this man has contributed remarkably to Nollywood. So it is on behalf of the Coast City Film Festival that I'm presenting this special recognition award to my colleague Chidebe, Mr. China.
All those Amechi Dodo, all those Gugumos is not in vain. Thank God I'm here today to present this. It will not be complete if I don't dedicate this award to my Almighty God, to my lovely wife that supports me all this while. So where we go? You come back midnight. You say, have you eaten? I say no. She can prepare hot water and give me food to eat up till now. I'm dedicating this award to Mr. Lancelot Oduai Maswe, Dr. Chika Onu, and the host of them and their managers are not here. Like I said before, I'm 100% town.
Correct.
100% town. But I was groomed, tortured, brought up by the town. So the man is between town and town. There's nothing you can do about it. These people I called groomed me, and I always remain grateful to them. Thank God. That's why when Mr. Lancelot went to do his team, Atiba in Benin, he's from town. He called the town to come to Benin to help him manage the production. Are we not doing well? Oh, thank God. Charles Inoje, another person. I remember when we met in Enugu. It's a long story. But thank God I'm here today to have this award from Coast City Film Festival. And I'm supposed to be happy now because my people, they are not here. Some of my people, okay, one of my boys are not here. My boy is not here. And this award just to come and raised the occasion for him, but he's not here now with me. I'm dedicating this award to him too. SAP workplace. I want to thank the organizers of Go TV Festival for giving me this award, and I appreciate it so much. And I wish them many more film awards coming in future. Which is now, next year, no one will sponsor you. I don't know how you go there happen. I don't talk. Thank you, God bless.
All right, please, a round of applause, a round of applause, a round of applause. All right. The next person I'm going to call, the first time I met him, I said to him, I started hearing your name before I ever know who you are. It was in one of those my expeditions to go and direct a movie somewhere in Aqua Cross Axis. And right there, he's not just a father, he's an ancestor. And he has, I will not say single-handedly, but only this man I'm about to mention has built an industry that is thriving in Aqua Cross Axis of Nollywood. And one of the things that I enjoy most about this personality is that his humility. When he met me in Benin, then I was still the National Secretary of Directors Guild of Nigeria, campaigning to be the Vice President. And he came to me and said, "You are my political leader." And I said, "Well, you are my elder statesman." And we joked about it. Then I went into research about him and I saw what he has done in that angle. And the truth is, a lot of the times, we forget people who make these things happen. And we focus just on the people who we see on the screen. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not busy, kindly help me jam it together as I will invite on stage Moses Espo.
I don't know why they just call him Moses, but we should give him a title from that area. Because he's also wearing the title. But a lot of us, we didn't just wait for the industry to begin in Enugu or in Onitsha. We took the industry elsewhere. We even have Igala Woods. We have Igala Wood, we have Benue Wood, and all the woods. But we have a very thriving industry up south. And thank God he did not give us Aquacross Nolly or Aquacross Wood. He just said, let it be Aquacross. But it is indeed a privilege and an honor to present this to a man who has contributed immensely to the growth of not just the industry in that sector, but to the industry in Nigeria. Congratulations from the organizers of Coast City Festival, Special Recognition Award 2025 for Creative Industry Theater and Lights. Moses Esco. Etubo, and what their title. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Coast Film Festival, thank you very much, my able Vice President. Thank you, Enugu. Thank you, Nollywood. I dedicate this award to my President, Dr. Victor Hyde. I want to say there wouldn't have been Aquacross, the Directors Guild of Nigeria in Aquacross without this man who traveled all the way from Lagos to arrive at Akwa Ibom with a bag in his hand. His toothpaste was in the back, his shoe was in the back, his toilet tissue was in the back. And he arrived there without knowing where to sleep. He came into Discovery Park and sat down helplessly, telling us to vote for him. With a promise that if he becomes president, he will establish the Directors Guild of Nigeria in Akwa Ibom, Cross River State. He kept his word. God bless you. I dedicate this award to my governor that made me so proud. A compassionate leader, Governor Omobaseno. And I also dedicate this award to a man I grew up as a young director to meet. He arrived to Europe to direct an indigenous film, to direct a film with my language. The film was titled Uwaiban, in the year 2005. He directed my language. At first I was so agreed. I went and he was directing a film in my language. Ladies and gentlemen, Lancelot Odua Emasu. I want to play with Hollywood. That Akwa Ibom and Cross River State should be given a voice. Akwa Ibom and Cross River State has contributed so much to the growth of Nollywood. One of the greatest presidents of DGN is my brother from Cross River State. His name is just right sitting there. Chief. Dr. Philippines. Ohio. Thank you so much, Hollywood. Thank you for this award. God bless you.
The last but not the least, but on this batch of awards, this is the very last before the rest come up. So I was talking to him and he kept on, he told me 5 movies he has directed. And I was like, wait a minute. You mean you're the one that directed these movies? And he said yes. And I was like, hold on a sec. Some of these movies scare the hell out of us as adolescents, young adults, and all of that. You mean you directed? He said, Uche, I have directed over 100 movies in Hollywood. But we don't make noise. We don't know how to make noise about it. I just returned from America. I came back from America. And I commissioned one of my team members to say, look into this man. And to my greatest shock, some of the best classics I loved as a growing adult watching Nigerian movies was made by this man. And we said, you know what? We must give him a Lifetime Achievement Award. We have to celebrate our own. Ladies and gentlemen, your hands are not too busy. Kindly jam it together for Dr. Christian Chika Ono.
There's one thing one secret that a lot of you don't know about them. These were the people who formalized private practice. Yes. You know what they call private practice? That you're working somewhere and you're working somewhere else. But they craftily found a way. Oh, on the mic. No. We're all students of history, so we have to. Okay, let me leave that part. Otherwise, the way we are doing, they may ask them to reform somebody. But you see, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I was not surprised when the hall erupted when his name was called. If you want to call fathers of the industry, artifacts. This man, if you know the film Living in Bondage Part 2, this man directed the Part 2 of that film and he went on to direct others. But here was something that was sweet about him. He went back to the university. Not only grabbed a PhD, but he also taught when he went back to the university. And I'm sure, I'm not just ordinary university, but the University of Port Harcourt. And I mean, if I mean it's not too much, and we truly want to establish a Nollywood center in that university, we should actually name that center after somebody like him. Somebody like him. So I am very, very, very honored. And he has not just taught, he has not just brought a lot of people into the industry. One thing that he has done again that we will always remember him for, he has documented the history of Nollywood in a book. The moment I saw the book, I ordered for the book and they sent it to me. I paid for the book. He sent it to me in Lagos and I went to collect it at the book. So on behalf of the Coast City Film Festival, and indeed on behalf of the industry, because as regulators, we regulate the industry, I am very honored and very privileged to be the one that will be presenting this to a legend, a living legend, to the man who we will forever remember because of those titles that he earned for us. Glamour Girls, Karikika. In fact, that was the first one that I saw. Special effect. I saw special effect. Karikika and the rest of them. Please, let's, as I'm handing this over to him, let's give him another standing ovation.
Where do I start? Do I start from the beginning? Do I start from the middle or do I go to the end? It's been a long time. It's been a long journey. And I remember, let's not talk about the privatization of the industry, because that's a good itself. But it was a risk worth taking and it paid off in the end. Way back in South Africa, 2002 to be precise, I was there at the Dubai Film Festival, and a pertinent question came up when they asked, how do you people keep this your gorilla films? They used the word gorilla in describing the Nollywood films, 2002. They said they're asking because South Africa, because of that, has only produced 4 films in that year. So how do we do that? And this takes me back to what Lancelot was saying in the morning, that he is a realist. And that is actually what has led us on. So I told them, we have managed to survive. We managed to produce this production on shoestring budgets because we tell these stories the way we are. We do not hide anything. We do not glamorize anything. We do not bastardize anything. We tell our stories the way we are. When I was shooting Karishika, we were in Atom Cemetery, 1 a.m. That was when we went into there. And we were busy searching for the appropriate grave where we could put the Karishika lady. When we get there, the other one is not useful. She showed us the right way. By the time we finished the treasure and discovery, we got our mosquito choice and all those things scared. At the stage we killed what and all, they got worried fast. We had to start buying sugar to make everywhere good so that we can shoot that way. And we succeeded in doing it. Now, why am I saying this? You see, there is very good interest in being a realist. When you are realistic, you are going to be. I am not a loud person. Naturally, I am not. But I derive a lot of pressure when I see that my work is reminding people who I am. I have done glamour, yes. I just came back from the United States because I was invited for the film Karishika. I said, what is wrong? Karishika 1996, what am I going to do with that? I don't chop the money finish now. He said, you have to come because we are trying to do a Blu-ray on that film. So 6 months later, he did the Blu-ray. They said, we're going to do it on Zoom. I said, fine. Better. 2 days after, they said, please. They said, you have to come personally to come and honor it. So I was on the hot seat because these are people who realize who is who. They knew that the producer is available, the executive producer is available, yet the director has to be on the hot seat to answer some of those nagging questions that you grab for when you have a film session. So that was actually what happened. So I feel highly elated when you called me. And I have to remind you, I was here 2 years ago when I was introduced to the Hall of Fame by this very boy of mine. And I feel proud whenever he talks about it. He's small but mighty, and I know that he's going places by the grace of God. So let us keep moving ahead. Let us keep being who we are so that the industry will go forward. Lancelot chipped in yesterday or this morning that he's a script writer. Oh my God. And you guys he was scripting again yesterday that he was an actor in the running television series Doctor and Dog. See, this thing keeps smiling every day. But you make sure let your work speak for you and not for yourself. It has been a long journey, and I think it has been worth it. People have gone. People have gone. And talking about dedication, I still feel that most of our people are long gone, deserve to be recognized. Not good. Well, posthumously, especially people like you who just left us. These are people who really made us what we are. We worked for passion. We didn't work for Netflix. Yes. We worked out of passion, and that was why we were able to produce the best that is still working up till now. We didn't work with YouTube. Yes. That is why we stand out when we talk about community. But this year, I was really amazed. Each time I see you, I feel very proud. I feel very proud whenever I'm in Lancelot. And I think many of us, Ejika here for instance, Ejika give somebody below me saying, thank you very much. It has been wonderful. It was really resounding because people came back to say, yes, you have told the story the way it is. And that is why the approach was very unique because I allowed the people who were the participants to talk. And as they were talking, they were challenging people. If you say this is not true, come and tell me why. Come and tell me if you were there when it happened. So come and challenge me. So it came out to me. Thank you, Mr. Shaibu. Thank you, Dr. Shaibu. And I think we have what to talk about. So we can continue talking and talking. I think for now, there is no hiding for the goldfish, as they have always told me. Each time it comes up, and God's time continues to remain the best. So I thank you all for this wonderful occasion, and I know that we continue to strive and move into higher heights to the glory of God. Long live Nollywood.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I know we have started this segment of special recognition, but I just took permission from Mr. Utiago that I want to give a special recognition award to one person in the hall. Sometimes when we work as filmmakers, we always forget that we have a home. We always forget that the reason why we are working and the reason why we are always on the road is because somebody is holding forth for us. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you for a special favor that you please join me to give a special recognition award to Mrs. Uti. thank you for everything that you have been doing, for standing behind this man, for holding the home front very strong, for not allowing him to remember that our Chomoni you want to take you festival and all that. Thank you so much. Please, another round of applause for her.